want to address this uh, because I'm just like, I guess we haven't really learned anything. We haven't learned anything. I've addressed I've addressed male shaming language before. I've already talked about it before, but I've seen that there's like a new wave of that male shaming language. So, yeah, there's a new wave of it. And I just really want to say it has evolved. So it's more or less, it's really this. So male shaming language has become male blaming language, right? And what I mean by this is like I've broke down my perspective of male shaming language. It's not really more or less that men are being blamed. Okay, it's more so that men are being literally blamed by other men, if you will. Like guys are being shamed by other guys. Like that's kind of how I put it. Okay. But I'm just saying to be more direct, that it has evolved from a shaming language to a blaming language. And I know I just kind of did a mumbo jumbo with that just a few seconds ago about how I broke down male shaming language before. Okay. Because no, I didn't really say initially that it was based on men blaming other men. No, back in the days, it was when I talked about it, it was still about men shaming other men. But now that shame has become blame. Okay. So the way it goes is now, at first it was just more so about, um, you just talk down on a dude about what he has, what he doesn't have, etc. Right? That's how the shaming language went. And it still goes that way in many ways, especially if you see dudes here online trying to roast other dudes, because he has no way of really talking to him. So he showed that he's pretty much inferior by resorting to insulting another guy. So there you go. But that's how that usually goes. And but of course, yeah, he doesn't like it when somebody does that to him in return. So there's that too. But we see a lot of that going on, like not only off online but also offline, where this shaming language occurs with basically based on what they feel a dude does have or what he doesn't have. There's that shaming language. Okay, but now there's still shaming language because it's now blaming language. I see Unique up in the building once again, up in the spaceship once again. Let me say that. But if it's the building, it's the launch pad. Okay, it's the space station. It's where we launch the spaceships, space shuttles. Yes, Unique gets up in the space shuttle building. How about that? Yeah, but let me break down what this blaming language is like. That to me is still why I feel that there is still male shaming language. So there's a lot going on in my background. I don't know if y'all hear a lot of things. I don't want to really just stop what I'm doing right now just to kind of tone things down. So hopefully y'all heard me well regardless, okay? But okay, the blaming language nowadays is okay. Like I said, with the shaming language, it's just a dude talking about how some other dude has, what he has, what he doesn't have, etc., whatever. The way he talks, he might down talk the way he talks or the way he looks. Okay, whatever. Shaming language, we get that. Okay, but blaming language is this, which is to me the new form of shaming languages. The dude did something wrong. Like they might pass it off in a passive aggressive way as to, well, you not really knowing they're being passive aggressive, but it might be a dude just like, yo, you kind of like not looking good out here, my guy. Like you looking kind of off. Like instead of really offering constructive criticism and really like trying to show the guy a better way and even trying to help him out, you know, You'll say this, you'll say that. Like what I mean by this is, I hear a lot of conversations, especially online when it comes to certain relationships guys have. Yeah, certain relationships that guys have with the feminine that didn't work out. And let's say, for whatever reason, man, yeah, that's really sour on that gal's part, the way she treated him. But then you'll have another guy come out of nowhere and be like, well, there's often something that you must have did wrong yourself. So it evolves around that. It evolves around that, and you don't even know that guy to even point a finger at him and say, "Oh, it's something that he did wrong." So there you go, the male blaming language, which is the new form of male shaming language. So really, you have a bunch of guys that are not willing to really help each other out. We still, just find ways to try to, rain on somebody's parade. Okay, we still find a way to do that, and that's unfortunate that we do these things. So hopefully y'all still hear me. Had little phone call come in, so hopefully y'all still hear me pretty well. You said raw dog. Sadly, a lot of male shaming language comes from other men. Facts. A majority of it does. A majority of it does. And if it's a chick doing that, that's very rare. She's just acting very masculine. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the feminine aren't actually talking down on a man. Most are not. There's only a few gals that are. First of all, she's not gonna do that because she knows that once again, he's a man. Like she ain't trying to, you know, he might get physical with her. So, there's a fear there. Like, I'm not gonna talk down on a human being that weighs more than me, that has more strength than me, and he has thicker skin and thicker bones than me. I'm not gonna. That's like talking to a grizzly bear. For better terminology, that's like a black bear talking to a brown bear. A brown bear is much bigger than a black bear. I promise you. Yeah, so she's not gonna do that. A real woman not gonna test a man's temper like that, test his anger like that. She's not gonna do that, right? So when a chick is acting like that, she just acting way out of bounds, acting very masculine. So yeah, even when the shaming language comes from other guys, like that's him actually just acting a little more feminine, meaning that most men, men getting around other men, we know, hey, if one of us snap, it's going to end up violent. Somebody's life is going to be on the line. Let's not go there. Let's just be more peaceful, deal with the situation. Let's keep it moving. We have a disagreement. Oh, well, we'll just try to be peaceful, right? Uh, but you have dudes that, they be, yeah, all right, you underestimating, you really not knowing what you're doing here, my guy. You're talking to a guy a certain way. You don't know how he gonna come back and snap at you. You know what I mean? It might not be now, it might be later. You don't know. So it's like, you thinking you doing something, you think you got your brownie points, but he gonna have your pants the color brown. After so long, if you get my drift. You said unique. I don't hear anything and the sound is clear. Oh, good, good, good. Cool, cool. You talking about my background noise. Cool. No background noise. Appreciate that. All right. You said also, okay, you just clarified what you said about the sound. Cool. But you also said unique. So basically, part of the male shaming language is to project their issues onto the other guy. Bingo. So yeah, another deflect tactic. Tactic. Yeah, can't even say that right all the way. Yeah. The butchered English language, right? But yeah, they deflect, they project, all this stuff. Usually, when a guy's talking about another guy, he's actually talking about himself. That's why you can't take none of these dudes seriously. When he's out here talking about somebody else, he's just really talking about himself. You let him talk, let the dudes talk, man. Let them talk, let them cry like babies out here, whether online or offline. You gotta let them talk, laugh. Like treat it as just a spectacle. Because everybody else is probably looking at him the same way, you know. But yeah, you got this out here where there's just not enough support. It's just too much blaming going on. Guy's not doing this right. He's not doing that right. Like y'all saw the thumbnail, be a man. You got other dudes telling other dudes to be a man, right? Like, come on, be a man. That's very much a broad statement. Everybody's at different developmental stages in their life. Every guy, especially, right? It's not a one size fits all approach. And so all you can do is just be there for that guy. You don't know how long he might be going through things and how long he might stay that way. he might remain an addict. You don't know that. You don't know what's going on in his life. So just be there, be supportive as long as he's not being harmful and destructive towards you. Hey, just be like, hey, brother, just wanted to let you know, man, just trying to share some love with you, good vibes, keep you in my prayers if you the prayer type. You just be positive, man. That's all you can be. Like, if he's struggling in relationships, okay, so what? Yeah, like, hey, man, I know it's difficult, and I know that, yeah, I just can't wait to see you on the other side if you could find a way out of it. I know it's easier said than done in a lot of these situations. But you get here online where, oh, you're creepy if you do this with her and that with her. If try how you trying to reach out to her if y'all break up, or if like, the way you're trying to come at her is a little bit, thirsty and creepy, like you got other guys talking to other guys like this, like, somehow this guy that's talking down on another guy got the whole game figured out, if you will, with women. Like, you see that, like, it is so unfortunate. Like, a lot of girls don't need to say nothing to these dudes. How they be like, and I don't mean to cuss, nothing like that. Y'all know I don't cuss, but I have to just kind of put this out here a little bit raw. But especially with a lot of so-called black chicks, they be saying niggas ain't shit. You know, they ain't got to say it. Dudes be telling other dudes that y'all niggas ain't shit. That's my whole point, right? And then he'll blame. He'll give his reasons for why that's the case. Like, dude, you're doing the female's job, bro. You really are, bro. Like, why are you co-telling another dude like that? But we see this all the time, especially out on this online stuff. You said unique. Wow. So different species of bears don't get along with each other, just like humans that don't get along with each other. Yeah. I mean, the other day, a female brown bear mauled to death a female black bear, and she was much bigger than that black bear. Oh my gosh. The brown bears get huge. Woo. You said, raw dog. When women say who hurt you, when you say something of truth, now you got dudes saying that. They be like saying to another dude, like, boy, you must have, yo, she got you played, dog. Look at you. You sound like a little wuss. Look at you. Trying to get messed with the man's ego, man. You don't know what's going on in his mind. He might be like a ticking time bomb. Yeah, he might be like a ticking time bomb, and you saying all this stuff, talking about a dude's living situation, right? Like, not just more or less the shaming language about it, but the blaming language, like as if, he ain't doing right with his money, or like, it's because you're not like this as a man, or you're not like that as a man, just trying to talk down on that dude's integrity. Like, after a while, that's gonna get to some dude, and he ain't gonna, he might feel some type of way, like really feel some type of way. You said, unique, males shaming other males instead of giving them beneficial and useful advice and suggestions, in addition to being a true friend. Facts, supposed to be a true friend. That's why I don't understand. Don't call me fam, don't call me homie, don't call me your boy. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Yeah, don't call me your dog. Don't do none of that. Mm-mm. If you're not there for that dude, you don't care for that dude. It's that simple. We see it a lot here online too. You see a lot of content creators that don't continue their support with somebody, as time goes on, like, guys don't understand what it means to really forge something with another guy. I mean, guys a lot of times out here act no different than females. I mean, you fall out with dudes worse than a female falls out with another gal. We see this all the time. It's like, where's the freaking brother? Where's the freaking brotherhood at? That's what I be wondering. Where's the brotherhood? There ain't none. And you wonder why these gals are running wild. It's because a lot of dudes are running wild. That's what's going on. Okay? Quit trying to blame women. Hey, you blaming yourself. You blaming other dudes. You know what I mean? You want to blame women, but you pointing fingers at other men. Let's look at the real problem here. Like, yeah, let's look at the real problem. Let's look at the real problem. That's all I'm saying. And we see a lot of that. And there's a lot of figures out here that do this. So it's like, yo, it's like, and you wonder why. You wonder why we see all the problems we see. Yeah. You said unique. Geesh, that's brutal in regards to a black bear versus a brown bear. Yeah, I mean, it's no contest, no competition. A brown bear at least gets close to a fight with a polar bear. That's a different caliber right there when you're seeing a brown bear step up to a polar bear. And the only breed of brown bear that can at least kind of box it out with a polar bear is a Kodiak. Okay? Is a Kodiak. But yeah, enough of the bear talk. But I can say this: poke the bear wrong enough, and he gonna bite back. We see this all the time, right? With the way they be messing with the bear in the wild, whether it's a wolf or a mountain lion. But see, mountain lions are tough. They ain't gonna just poke a bear. They're gonna fight that bear. Mountain lions are willing to die fighting a bear. I can say that mountain lions got some freaking heart. They're not. The mountain lion go up to a bear. He ain't just trying to poke that bear. He like, I'm just, hey, we just gonna duke it out, man. The last predator stands. That's a mountain lion for you. Mountain lions are tough, man. Just like Wolverines too. Wolverines will step up to a bear too, a brown bear. And Wolverines have been known to kill brown bears because of their jaw pressure. They literally can crush the nose of a brown bear. Real talk. So yeah, with their jaw, they clench down on that bear's nose and literally break its nose off. Like that's what a Wolverine can do. So that's why a lot of handlers with Wolverines they have to wear gloves, really thick and extensive gloves. Cause if it ain't going to be the bite that gets you, it's gonna be the crush of the bite that gets you with the Wolverine. You said unique. Male shame other males by their lack of communication and consistency towards other men. They are supposed to be cool with, but want other men to still be good when they need something from you. Yeah, 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 and that's also true, Raw Dog. Also because they be in competition. Yeah. So, and that's the thing, the whole competitive side. So that also brings up why there's still male shaming language because still up here acting like females with the whole competitive side. I mean, that's the competitive nature actually is a feminine nature because it's in a woman's drive to want to be accepted by the man. And when you're dealing with, oh man, I'm not going to go too heavy in that side of things as far as the evolution of humanity, especially when it comes to procreation. But what I will say is that it's in a woman's drive to be accepted by a man. And something in her feels off when she's not accepted by that man and he prefers someone else over her. And so it's been hard driving women because she's trying to what? Be that man's rib, right? So it's like you're not even accepting me. Now, you know, it's not even her issue if okay she's accepted as long as I'm accepted, right? Like women are cool with that actually more than what y'all think. You just got to be upfront with her, man. If you hey I know other women, tell her. You might be surprised what her reply would be, but don't just throw her on the shelf for another woman. Then that's different. Now she's like, okay, you really didn't like me like that, like you just like really didn't prefer me. So that's where that is. So just imagine the flip side where now that has been reversed onto guys, and we've seen this take place. And actually, there is a growing rise of polyandry relationships. Didn't know that. Whereas one woman with multiple guys. But yeah, that's another story, right? We're not talking about that tonight, y'all. But we see this still to this day, like Deontay Wilder will say, to this day. And yeah, it's funny when you do look at a lot of athletes that do what compete, they do be kind of feminine. Don't y'all notice that? Like some of these male athletes, they do be kind of getting feminine, like they be getting in their feelings too much. Like if you like really, if you think about it, to me, the ideal male athlete is just one that doesn't let a lot of things get to him. Even when there's another guy that's talking all this stuff like, yo, I can beat you. I'm gonna beat you down. Like Mike Tyson was cool for that. Like he actually never underestimated anybody like that try to claim that they can beat him. Like he just was like, I'm gonna just get out there and do what I do. It's gonna be a fight anyway, right? He never let people get to him. Like he had to pretty much respond to what they were saying in a sense of like, I'm not letting you get to me like that. Like, so it has to be that same way. You don't like stoop down to someone's level when they're basically trying to act competitive with you for whatever reason, whether online through social media, whether through being athletic, whether through just living life or even getting around women and stuff like that. Like, all that competition stuff, like guys supposed to be constructing things, like construction, right? Like, but this sense of war is actually not masculine. People don't want to talk about that, but yeah, that's what it is. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly. Raw dog, like Khabib, all them. Yeah, a lot of the fighters are like that. They get in their feelings. They get really in their feelings, especially when someone has that same type of competitive spirit, if you will. Then they start to fight like little girls up there. Y'all getting sized up before y'all go into a fight, and y'all walking, looking at each other like eye to eye. First of all, I'm like this. Look, we can weigh. Check my weight. We scoring each other up. Hey, don't let him get close to my little circle like that. That's all I ask. But then, dudes, what they do, they get in each other's circle like they finna kiss each other while they're getting weighed up before a fight. Nah, bro. You stay over there, I'm stay over here, right? But it be like that, like, cause dudes be really thinking on that competitive stuff. Like, no, like where I'm from, it ain't about you coming to say it in my face. You might not get a chance to say nothing in my face where I'm from. Like, you understand? Like, but that's how things were back in the days, like when things were more old school, like when it came to just the principles of what being a man is. Like, you literally know who your brother was by how much of a brother they were to you. Like, real talk. Like, you helped him. Like, if you found out homeboy ain't got a woman, you help him get a chick. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, hey, I got one of my I'm gonna pass homegirl off to one of my bros, pass her off to one of the guys. Like, that's how it was. Like, nowadays it's just dudes running train on a chick. Like, no, we not doing that, man. Come on, stop it, stop it, stop it. Like, no. Get back to the old days when you had a girl and you could pass her off to one of your guys. Don't run a train on one chick. That's what it means now. Hey man, we gonna pass off to the guys. We're gonna run her. We all gonna run her. Like, oh my gosh. Like, but yeah, that's what I think. Like, there's just too much shaming going on as far as like what a man should be and what he's supposed to be. That other guys be saying. I'm not talking about what gals be saying to guys. That's another conversation. And we already know about that. I want to talk about what other guys say to other guys. When you should be helping other guys. Okay, we talk about this gender war so much, right? But what about guys fighting it out with other guys? Forget black on black. Forget that. Just man on man. Pause. We see that. We see uh when it comes to what it means to not be a simp. So you bash a guy for being a simp. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I've talked about not being a simp in my channel. Yeah, many times. Won't stop. But you don't bash a dude for certain things. You don't know what he's going through in his life. And for we all have simped. Like the good old scripture said, for we all have sinned and fell short of the glory of Yah. Because I don't say God, I say Yah. Right? For we all have simped and fell short of the glory of Yah. Okay? We're not all just saints and sinners. We're also saints and simpers too. Yeah, nobody's innocent. Nobody's innocent here. So why are we still shaming? Okay? Why are we still projecting and deflecting? Why are we still doing this? You said unique. Yeah, because Ish talking is feminine regardless if it's a male or a female doing it. Facts. Yeah, for the female, it's just her acting in her lower feminine. For the masculine, that's just him acting feminine, period. Lower masculine is very feminine. Facts. You said raw dog. Men care more about each other's appearances than women do. Oh yeah, and that's crazy. Like, I get it in nature, nature has, the birds, male peacocks, all that. But really, that's just okay. That's for birds. And the whole conversation about birds versus mammals, that's another conversation. But hey, lions, they have their manes, right? And the female lions don't. I guess we can go further with this. Okay, but they're not caught up on their looks. That's just the way they are. That was the way they were born. Okay. So that's what that real masculinity is about. Don't let it be to where you enhance your looks with certain clothes and jewelry. How are you when you don't have that stuff on? When you can wake up in the morning and still look like that uh, real masculine individual without all the extra clothes and jewelry. That's what I want to talk about, right? You know, when you're a real man, you shouldn't have to care about your appearance because your appearance is enough, right? Once again, when you really got it together as a man, you shouldn't really care about your appearance because your appearance is already enough. You said unique. These males bash other males for any and everything like it's childish and immature for real facts. And then you also said unique. Peacocks are beautiful to attract the peahens. That's just natural in nature for them. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, even people that come from a certain walk of white, from a certain walk of life, you know what I mean? When they dress up and they wear them big old hats and drive them Cadillacs, you know what I mean? They'll tell you right now, man, I don't wear this for the chicks. you know, I wear this for me, but they don't wear it for them because they care about their appearance. It's more so just them feeling good in their own skin, right? So that's just that. You have to do it for you. You have to look good for you. You have to feel good for you. You don't do that for other people. And when you really feel good about yourself, it doesn't take you wearing extra things to exude that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just shows. All that other stuff, all the clothes, all the jewelry, the big hats and the Cadillacs, that's just extra. That's just extra. Because when you really got it like that, you like that even without a Cadillac and a big hat, right? you like that regardless. You didn't have to be tough. You didn't have to have extra tattoos. You didn't have to wear a Rick Ross beard. And so, to all the guys with the beards, hey, shout out to y'all. No pun intended. But you got some dudes that capping. You shave their beard off. What do their jawline look like? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a lot of capping out here, capping season, and people would be capping, with their fingers pointed, bottle cap guns type of cap, right? Like, why you aiming at somebody else when that thing gonna ricochet back to you? You know what I mean? Like, it always backfires. Basically, that's my whole point. Like when you talk about a certain guy and what he's not doing in his life and where he's not at in his life, that actually backfires because that actually reflects you. And the guy that you're talking like that about, he's just gonna be humble enough to be like, yo, I'm not even offended. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna take it personal. And just I wish you well regardless. Like that kind of guy is gonna keep it moving. Whereas the guy that wants to sit here with this still shaming language online, offline, man, these guys end up learning things the hard way, especially when they end up not at a certain place in their life. Yeah. So who you gonna now blame? Blame yourself now? Oh, you too narcissistic for that. You're not gonna blame yourself. You're not gonna hold yourself accountable, right? Everybody else gotta hold themselves accountable, but not you though. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else can hold themselves accountable, but not you though. So that's really where the ultimate male shaming language has gotten to where guys now have become just like a lot of females who don't want to hold themselves accountable. So you got a lot of guys out here like that now too. Okay. So what happened to that? What happened to guys owning up? We talk about man up. What about owning up? What about that? You really manning up when you own up to things without someone having to tell you that. Yeah. And quit trying to tell everybody else that. Tell yourself that next time. But yeah, I'm going to stop right here. There's so much we can break down with this. Maybe I'll talk about more next time. But yeah, I think one more thing I just want to bring up because I'm just trying to bring this point home. Okay. Basically, I'm tired of even content creators talking about how bad some other dude simps, how he doesn't know how to get a date, and that's why he gets played. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing about how, geez, how he has to deal with a breakup. I'm tired of hearing that. Okay. I'm tired of hearing about this is a lot of stuff I'm tired of hearing because it's not really helping guys. Okay. Just him calling for a consultation. Forget a consultation. What about motivation? What about just simply saying in videos, hey, we've all been there enough, and I'm with you. We've all been there. I've been there. And I'm gonna say this right now. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. If nobody else gonna say it, I'm gonna say it to someone that's listening to this, who's going through something, who's been through something, whether it's a breakup, whether it's like a loss in your life, or you just down and out on life trying to get on your feet, whatever the case is. I've been there. And I'm still going through things. Okay? But I'm hanging in there, and there's a reason why I am named Rayology XM. Okay? To infinity and beyond. Okay, I keep going. I just don't stop. I keep going. Like just that belief. And you got to believe in yourself when no one else believes in you. Especially these guys out here that continue to shame and blame, right? You said unique. Look good with the beard, but looking something unspecified without the beard. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. You said raw dog. Facts. People always want to attack easy targets. Facts. And it's easy because the target that they're calling themselves going after ain't even trying to fight back. Come on, man. What about going after something that wants to fight back? But that would be too easy. Kind of like the way criminals work is better in the dark instead of in the light where everybody can see them. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. But things in the dark will be brought to the light, and that's what I'm doing right now with this live stream. Even though, yeah, y'all see the screen is dark, but I'm bringing it to the light. I had to go into the dark. That's why I'm talking about this in the dark. These type of live streams are unique to where, yeah, it kind of brings out a little darker side of Rayology XM. But we're in deep space, man. This is the dark space. This is the black hole, right? You said unique. It's sad that in these YouTube streets, like most males on YouTube shouldn't be given relationship advice nor marriage advice unless they've been successful in a successful, healthy relationship or marriage for more than 5 years. I agree. And then you said, raw dog, Ray, I respect how you stayed humble when a certain person was attacking you in these YouTube spaces. Oh, hey, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man, just gotta, stay uplifted, man. Stay positive, man. Nothing but love. And I got nothing against those coming after me that have came after me, even if people still want to hate. Like I ain't out here trying to show no type of malice whatsoever. Hey, like the good old book said, forgive them for they know not what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Forgive them for they know not what they're doing. So that's how I look at it. And so, I just keep moving. Y'all not going to ever hear me do a live stream or a video talking about somebody, roasting somebody. Now, I can't speak for other people that decide to do that because they're just calling an individual out. I'm just talking about me personally. Like, that's not my style. So, you know, but nevertheless, there are going to be people that call other people out for whatever the reason is. And it's because, hey, a roaster got roasted by another roaster. So that's just that, right? So, but Ray's not a roaster. So we're just going to leave it at that. But yeah, you just got to hang in there and know who you really are. And that's why you're still here. And that's why I'm still here, because I know who I really am, right? I am him, though I'm not him. Get it? That's a double entendre, triple entendre. I'm him, and I'm definitely not him. Wink. So yeah, we gonna keep it moving because like you just want to not be around people constantly having something to say about other people, but yet can they handle people having something to say about them? See, we got to get past this idea that this space is to be utilized to talk down on other people. Like, okay, what about the young ones coming up where just help them out. Help them out, okay? Um, yeah, it just gets me. It gets me like when we talk down on people, especially when it comes to the dating, okay? Even though we've all been there at one point in our lives. Uh I show the meat. Okay. Hey, unique. I don't know who this person is. Savage Gizmo. I don't know who he is. Maybe you could take care of that. I don't know who this person is. I show the meat. Okay. Yeah. You said unique haters gonna hate because they have internal issues of their own that they are trying to run away from. Yeah, they run away from their own things, right? So yeah, buddy. You said, Chloe, hey, I was just scrolling through YouTube and I found this. I'm probably not your targeted audience, but you seem very respectful and humble, and I enjoy hearing these wise words. New sub. Hey, I appreciate that, Chloe. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. No, not sure if I'm the best at it, humbly speaking, but I appreciate you stopping by and giving me a sub. I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to continue to go on this way. I try my best. Thank you so much, Chloe. I appreciate that. Or, as I like to say at my channel, thanks a million. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here. I just think once again, stop blaming women, dude. Stop blaming women when y'all blaming each other too much. You wonder why, you know, things might be going wrong with you having women in your life. Maybe you blaming other dudes too much. I know that sounds counterintuitive. Yeah, it sounds very counterintuitive and all that good stuff. Like, but it is what it is. Because okay, lead by example. Okay, lead by example. She's like, hey, you got all this energy for me. Uh, you're putting this out on me, but you put it out on these men. You're not working things out with them. What makes you think you're gonna be able to work things out with me? You have to be around people, and I speak in general. People have you have to be around people that are like level headed. You know what I'm saying? That can keep their cool. You have to be around people like that. Can't be around people that are quick to pop off at the mouth or quick to fight. Quick to have smoke for somebody. You know, that could be a fatal situation. Like in the military, they talk about this stuff. Remaining calm. I mean, you in the waters, you got to remain calm. Yeah, gotta tap to retry. Yeah, it's funny. Like every time I do these live streams, it's funny. They've been kind of in and out. Like, yeah, man. I don't know if somebody trying to report me. I don't know, but I'll probably stop right here too. Yeah, I'll probably stop this live stream. I just felt like I wanted to get some things off my chest with some of this stuff. So every now and then I'll do an impromptu live stream. But I'm just tired of all the male shaming language. Like now it's from shaming to blaming. That's all I'm really saying. Like, no dude has no right to talk about someone and their relationship or relationship issues. What about your relationship? Do you even have a relationship right now? Yeah, that's the big one, right? Is your relationship even successful? Or as Unique said, have you even had a relationship with somebody and have been with them for at least 5 years? Like, who can say that right now? I'm talking about right now. Right now, can you say that? If you can't say that, then maybe you shouldn't talk right now. And I only say that if you're just trying to point fingers at other people. Okay. For those guys that do want something more long term, yeah, I root y'all, salute to y'all, because that's what it should be about. You know, it shouldn't be about how you don't want to be around a woman, but at the same time, you're not pointing a finger at a guy that doesn't want to be around a woman because he probably went through something, and we don't know what that guy went through. He went through something, and it just made him just be closed off. He probably went through something very abusive, very demonic when it comes to the feminine gender. Okay, so as long as he's not taking that out on anybody else, let him be. Okay, something really bad happened to him. We don't know, right? So it's little stuff like that. But yeah, 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 we're gonna keep. Raw Dog said, "I definitely can't say that." LOL. I feel you. Yeah, but I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks a million for stopping by. You said unique. Who can say they've been in a successful and healthy relationship or marriage for more than 5 years? Is the question. That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. We want to know. We want to know. Yeah, we gonna blast off from here. Five, four, three, two, one.